I'd say after writing the first book and I've been trying to read a few books, I'm really, I think I'm going to be, after writing my first book and after reading other books, I'm thinking of just continuing to do that, but I don't really want to go into writing so much. But I think I'm working on something that's going to be amazing. I'm working on a book that's will be illustrated in Germany. It's a very good, it's a good project that will involve children. Since right now I have a mentee, she just turned 9 the other day, and she really loves nature and is someone who can influence other children. I felt the need to do a uh, children's project, so that even if I stopped from there, I'd have covered both sides. Big that I've learned in conservation. Um, one thing that I've learned as an individual or in just life is that you need to learn to accommodate people, because people are different, and you need to understand that people are different, and you need to accommodate them differently, because you could also be different in a way, and you'd be in an environment where you'd wish to also be accommodated just the way you are. So I learned so much to accommodate everyone, and I also try and make sure that everybody around me grow. I'm not that kind of jealous person who doesn't want to see my friends grow. It's something that I tell them every day, even the members of my organization. I tell them every day that if you're around me, you have to also push yourself and see yourself grow. And it don't be like a parasite. No, how are you also growing yourself? That's something I've learned in life. It's something that helps. When you're happy about other people's wins, you also keep winning. One thing I've learned in the conservation journey is that one big lesson I've learned is that it's always me and you versus the problem. I'd say us versus climate change. But we have a lot of me versus you issues in conservation, where people really want to, like, people have tried to politicize it. It's so sad that now people are having internal fights that, I need to get these opportunities alone. People are so selfish in sharing opportunities. People find it like it's all about I want to be the best, but we then forget that we are all fighting one problem, which is climate change and I'd say climate crisis. So I think it's something I'd encourage everybody in conservation. Don't make it look like a competition. Don't make it look like a fight, and always appreciate other people's wins. I want something so discouraging that I ever got in conservation is that I was ever nominated for an award, and I think that's one of the reasons why I don't apply for awards anymore. I get nominations from other people. I ever got nominated for an award, and the first thing they told me is that what I'm doing is not enough. That planting trees is not really something enough, and I felt so bad because conservation is wide, and I feel that everybody has a role to play. It could be that person who's just using their platform to educate people. It could be me who's doing that little thing of planting trees and educating other people. It could be someone else who's trying to fight plastic. Never discourage anyone, because you never know how much effort they put in. Perfect, hata unasikia. So, I mean, you have an organization. How is it working with them? Working with young people is not easy, because they just want to be there, maybe because, most people want to be part of most people want to be part of the group, maybe because outside there people are supporting you. Okay, working with young people in conservation is really not easy because many people are still not understanding the importance of maybe being part of these movements, and other people are really interested in showbiz and other things that maybe entertain them. And you know, conservation may not be entertaining as such. It's something that if you really don't like it, you may find it boring. And trying to convince someone that no, this is what you're supposed to do, and especially volunteering, it's really not easy. People want to be paid. I get a lot of messages of how much I pay people to participate in just a tree planting. And I think many people still do not find the need to volunteer or just to be willing to be part of the project.
Talk to us about what do you do to perfect maybe your skills as a conservationist? So what do you do? Do you do research? Do you read? Do you tell us what to do? Make sure that you remain sufficient.
So as a person who's not gone to class to study environment conservation, I have a lot of tasks because also my team is made up of people who have not gone to class. I have, I'd say I have a lot of work because I need to go on the internet, I have to read a lot, I have to understand terminologies, I have to be familiar with a lot of things. So I'd say I just try and read a lot. Right now we have the internet that gives us that gives us everything. So I make good use of Google, I make good use of documentaries, I make good use of books. So I try so much to read and understand so that I can catch up with my friends who at least have the environmental knowledge. And also because I have to educate my team, so it's something that we do it together. We learn, and we always spare at least one weekend a month to spend together, the whole weekend to spend together with the team, the committee team, and just educate ourselves and plan on how we're going to teach the rest as well.
So you teach teaching. What does this include? The training that you offer to your team. What kind of a training do you give?
You know, when you're trying to teach people who are really not into conservation, and like I said, it could be boring if you don't like it, then it could be boring if you don't like it. Then you have to think of other fun ways to do it. So we normally have watch parties at home where we watch documentaries at my place. We watch documentaries every month. We must watch a documentary on conservation. In our WhatsApp group, we have lessons 3 days in a week. We have what we call Planty Mondays, we have Wise Wednesdays, and we have Fun Facts Fridays, where every day we learn different things. We could be teaching people about the different sustainable development goals. We could be teaching people about plants. We could be teaching people about water. Just something that can make people, it's something fun and people get so much engaged. Yeah.
Do you get any support from the government or how do people support you and the government?
We've been able to get support from different people who are coming from different parts of the country and different parts of the world. This is through the selling of our merchandise, like this one here. This is one of the merchandise that we have. We sell them online and we ship to different parts of the world, and that's how we get to at least raise funds for our projects. We've also gotten support from UMI Fund, that has really ensured that we are able to train coordinators from different counties so that we can also be able to have activities outside Nairobi running every other day. And we also have a till number that people often just contribute to it. We have a system called Adopt a Tree at 100 shillings, so people normally contribute to it. And one big source of contribution, or I say source of income that we have in our team is what we call happy and sad dollars, where at the end of the week, if you are happy about something in relation to the environment, if maybe something made you happy, you contribute a happy dollar to the kitty. If there's something that made you sad, like during the destruction of the trees along Wayaki Way for the expressway, we had a lot of sad dollars that we raised from people, and that's how we were able to even do our tree orchards programs in schools.
What do you want to go on and pursue your passion or what do you go on again?
As young people, when you're trying to push and at least achieve something in life. We normally go wrong where somebody wants to start something today and tomorrow they want to be successful. We do not appreciate steps. We do not appreciate that it's a journey, it's not a destination. We do not appreciate that there are staircases and we need to just climb each staircase to get to the top. I think that's where most young people go wrong and they get discouraged so easily and swayed easily. I'd say there's a lot of, I don't like using the term peer pressure, but let me just say negative peer pressure where you get so swayed easily and then you lose track, you lose focus, and you end up not really doing that thing that you wanted to pursue.
So then, the next thing is like about your tree journey. Talk to us how many trees have you planted? And maybe.
Kwani you cram questions?
Kwa nini?
Sini zile tu. Like never exactly hivyo.
See,
So I stated.
yeah, see, but this direction, Tabaki direction again.
So I talk about?
The trees that you planted, and maybe, yes, and how many, and where you've done it.
Nini?
Kuja mbele kidogo. Tapata hivi. Tena. Tena. Yes, takuja mbele, yes. Haya. Here we go.
This question of how many trees I've planted is something I even do not know how to answer normally. Because looking at many people, they love to put the hype in the number of trees they've planted. Someone will tell you I've planted 1 million trees, but they really don't know about their survival rates. So for me, I also don't count trees as what I've planted as an individual, because most of the time I'd be planting with family, I'd be planting with my organization and all that. So we normally count it as what we have done as a team and as an organization. So for us, we normally do that like a census sort of at the end of the year. And we do it at the end of the year because we love to call the schools and maybe the places that we planted the trees to ask about the survival rate and all that, so that if we planted 300 trees and 100 survive, we don't write that we have 300 trees done. We write 100 or 150. So I'd say by last year, December, we had done about 3,000 plus trees. And after the year, we are going to have more trees, and I'm sure by the end of the year, we'll be somewhere 5,000 plus. So it's something that I really don't like counting and putting so much hype in it. But it's something that also, it's good to document, and it can also motivate other people to plant as many trees. But I don't count it as I count, even the ones I plant alone, we still put it in the group census so that it becomes we as a team.
What does it, how does it feel to see when people are planting one tree? How do you feel?
It's so discouraging. It's so discouraging that in a day, right now as we speak, there are people outside there who are out planting trees, a lot of people. But again, there are more people cutting down trees. So it's something that's so discouraging that maybe we've planted, let's say 20,000 trees today, and 100,000 trees have been cut. That's something close to nothing. You feel like you're doing zero work, and looking at, you can never compare a seedling to a fully grown tree. That's why I do not buy cut one, plant two, because you're cutting a whole mature tree to plant a seedling that maybe you're not even going to take care of it. It's like you're saying, we just cut all the trees in Kenya right now, and let's plant two, like we double. So we're going to have a bare land with just small seedlings that we are not sure that they're going to grow.
When it comes to conservation, people may wonder, we have a lot of players, like civil and political, the government and the relevant authorities.
Um, in conservation, we don't need one person doing things a million ways. We need 1 million people doing things their own small ways. So, even speaking about something is really helpful. Sometimes we're just on social media, we're trying to really push for something because I think it works. Like the fig tree here in Westlands, we had a strike, we had a march about it, and that's why it wasn't cut. And I think it's something that people do not know, that if they add their voices to it, they'd have helped a lot. If today they dedicate planting trees on their birthdays, it's something that I've been doing since I was turning 19, and if it's something that many people do, if we all could just dedicate our time to planting trees during our birthdays, it could be something. I mean, you could be having a lot of trees. Imagine you're turning 20 and then you plant 20 trees, or even just a tree. It's something that can help, and also trying to avoid single-use plastic that we can avoid, because I'm sure we have a lot of we have plastic pollution that's affecting the marine life. Something people do not understand, that water bodies are also acting as great carbon sinks. Now that we are not right now where we are as a country, or maybe as a continent, or as a world, we're still having a lot of carbon emissions. So we need enough carbon sinks. If we are not speaking against deforestation, if we are not trying to avoid single-use plastic, we are not trying to stop pollution, it's going to be hard. And it's something people don't understand, is that it affects them directly. For example, we are told here in Nairobi, in the city, millions of people are dying because of air pollution. They do not know, you may not be able to realize that the cause is air pollution and all that. Hi guys. Ucho, umechoka? Na karibia kumaliza.
So now, tunataka live questions. Talk to us about your social media journey. How do you use social media to spread the word about politics?
Me, I want to talk about politics.
Politics. Si kuna hiyo take sectors.
Oh, ati niseme nini? Niseme nini?
Sahi tunaongelea nini? Social media, what's your favorite social media platform?
Oh,
And how do you use it to market your So, okay, big segment tutakuelezea politics. So, wewe ndio unakuuliza vile ambayo unataka politics ifremaje?
nataka kuiframe that people like we should not be discouraged from joining politics, because it's a platform that can help us change a lot of things, even in conservation.
Oh, so sindakuuliza your dreams hapo utaniambia politics unataka.
Yeah.
Sawa. Sawa, wacha kingetumia tumalizane hizo mambo.
Hiyo nayo kama una edit sio lazima iweke full.
Gani?
That's like something I'm addressing today.
Unafanya campaign ya kipindi yangu.
See campaign. Mimi sitaibai.
So, favorite
Here. Trying to see the comments. Hi guys, we're almost done. We're almost done.
favorite social media platform and how do you use it?
My favorite social media platform, it can't be one, of course. It has to be more. I'd say Instagram is one of them. When many people hear Instagram, they just think it's just showbiz and all that. But for me, Instagram is like my office. Now that I don't have the capacity to have a physical office, Instagram has been able to come through for me.